Today, this live is going to be a piercing truth, bold and blunt, something on my heart. So if you are not ready for something bold, intense, and truth, scroll past. This is not for you. You say you want more abundance, but you can't even choose yourself. You say that you want more abundance, but you are still living a life that's 85% of what you want. You say you want more abundance, but you keep ignoring your body when your body is communicating to you. You say that you want all these things, and you do the opposite. You say that you want a bigger life, and you ignore your heart. When your heart keeps whispering to you, this is not it. This is not the partner that's 87.88 of what I want. This is not the right spot. Even though the city you live in is 93.1% of what you want. You say you want all the abundance, yet you're still living in scarcity. You still hoard money out of fear that it's not going to keep coming. You stay stuck in people, places, situations, and things, even though you know in your heart it's not in alignment. Hello, Danielle. I'm speaking about abundance and alignment. And so you say you want more abundance, yet you cannot choose yourself. You say you're fine. You say everything's all good. It's okay. But your body whispers, no, this is not it. Your heart's always speaking to you, yet you can't even listen to it. The life that you're living, maybe it's 80% of what you want, 90% of what you want. But you and I both know there is an additional 10%. That is where your soul lives. That is the calling. Yet you just stay where you're at out of fear. Are things going to keep coming? Are things going to get better? And so there's a huge misconception that alignment is easy, that it's just rainbows, that it's just butterflies. And so you stay stuck in a life that's half of what you want because you don't have the courage to choose yourself. You know, so many times in my life, many people thought I was like absolutely crazy for the decisions that I made. I walked away from a partner that was perfect. Actually, multiple partners. Burned down my dream life in San Francisco, 23rd floor high rise, because I knew my heart was calling me further. I've always jumped off the cliff. And friends would ask me, how are you doing this? Like, how do you have the courage? And I would tell them the truth. I'm 100% unavailable for something that is not 100% alignment. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how much I love someone. Doesn't matter how much I love the city. Doesn't matter how comfortable I am. Doesn't matter any of it. I choose myself. I know what I deserve. Do you know what you deserve? I know deep in your heart, you know what it's calling you higher. You know what it's sharing with you. And the craziest thing is you dim your light to fit in, to be in society, to belong, when you were never fucking meant to belong. You are powerful. This is crazy. This is like such a trip. And I think the hardest thing is choosing yourself when the life you have is, 87.88% of what you desire. And so most clients I see, most high performers, are choosing almost alignment out of choosing their truth. Choosing logic, cerebral, instead of intuition and heart. Choosing perfection over peace. And then they wonder, why isn't abundance here? It's not that abundance isn't available. It's that you are not choosing alignment. And your nervous system doesn't feel safe to receive it. So you are not choosing alignment because your nervous system, your body doesn't feel safe with that choice. It doesn't mean it's wrong. It just means you haven't built the capacity yet in your body. And so you keep saying like, oh, I'm waiting for clarity. Clarity comes after you choose yourself. You already know what your body is speaking to you. You already know what your heart's speaking to you. And the more that you ignore it, the more that you suppress it, the more that you dim your light down, the more that you push it down, your body is going to scream And then you're going to be forced to make a decision. Whereas right now, you can just make a decision that's in alignment with yourself, with your truth. You see, when you choose alignment, it doesn't mean that it's going to be easy. It doesn't mean it's going to be rainbows and butterflies. It's going to be hard. It's going to be hard. But choosing yourself is the best bet that you can ever give yourself. Best gift, you know? And the more that you ignore your body is abundant. That's your natural state. And so when you feel tightness in your chest, when you feel the exhaustion, when you feel the overthinking, the fear of what if I lose it all, your body's not betraying you. It's literally screaming at you, hey, you are out of alignment. We know you deserve more. We know you deserve abundance. We know that you are meant for magic and bigness and huge stuff. And your body keeps saying to you, will today be different? Will you finally choose yourself? Will you stop ignoring your truth? I'm a mirror for you, a full transmission mirror of what it means to fully step into your power, what it means to fully choose yourself, what it means to no longer give a fuck what other people think. For so long in my life, I really cared what people thought. My first episode of my podcast is Fear of Judgment. It's 10 minutes long. You should go watch it, listen to it. A lot of people tell me they listen to it daily. Fear of judgment kept me stuck for a very, very long time. I would have followed my truth a lot sooner. I still followed a lot of my truth, but I would have followed it way, way sooner. And it's so interesting and ironic because what I share in the episode, Fear of Judgment, is that it's not that you fear what people think of you. You fear that people are going to think the same way you think about yourself. I'm going to say that again. It's not that you fear what people think of you. You fear people will think about you the same thing you think about yourself. But this is crazy and absolutely wild because you are in yourself. You can think highly of yourself. You can know you deserve magic. You can know you deserve it all. And I know that your heart keeps whispering to you. I know that in your body, you're like, this is not it. But your mind, cerebral, comes online and it's like, well, this is amazing. This is great on paper. I should be more grateful. Maybe I'm just asking for too much. Maybe, things aren't going to work out. What makes you think that when you choose your heart, when you choose yourself, when you choose alignment, things are not going to work out? That's the craziest thing I've ever heard. When you choose fear, you get more of fear. When you choose alignment, you get more of alignment. So how many days are going to go by that you're just going to wait for proof, for evidence, for a sign? God, universe, please show me this. You're asking for the sign because you already know. You can trust yourself. You can listen to yourself. Your next level is not in dissolving fear. Your next level is in choosing alignment, listening to yourself. I've said this many times here and I'm going to say it again. Choosing alignment is hard. Choosing alignment is scary. Choosing alignment feels, intense. Feels sometimes anxiety inducing. It is way, way easier to choose comfort, to choose familiarity. And let this live be your proof that when you choose yourself, magic happens. When you choose alignment, everything expands. And I want you to start asking yourself, what's the best thing that could happen? What is the best thing that could happen? All the abundance that you desire is in where you finally choose yourself. Where you finally face yourself. Where you finally look at your shame. Where you finally express your authentic self using your voice that God gave you. When you finally allow yourself to be all of you. Hello, we're talking about alignment and abundance and the truth. This is a piercing live, so you might want to watch the whole thing at the beginning, but we're speaking just truth bombs. And You say that you want more abundance, yet you keep dancing around in rooms of scarcity. Scarcity is not just wealth. Scarcity is not choosing yourself. That's why you feel empty. That's why you feel unfulfilled. No matter having it all on paper, because you are ignoring your truth. Your truth is not in how you're living today. You don't want to be working all the time. You don't want to be with that partner. That's 80% of what you want. You don't want to be living where you're at, even though it's like so amazing and so great and you should be grateful. No, we both know the truth. You don't want to show up in your full truth because you don't want to trigger people, because you have always been great at things. You're just dimming your light, you know? So much of everything I'm sharing, I've been through my own lessons. I've always chosen myself because I know what I deserve. But it would have taken me a lot quicker to get to where I wanted to go if I had the courage. You know, we always have courage. We always have it. It's inside of us. Yet we don't activate it. We don't do hard things. We don't push ourselves. And when I say do hard things and push ourselves, I don't mean this hyper masculine, this scarcity approach. I mean listening to your heart and then taking aligned action. But what happens for most people is that their mind and heart are not connected. They're out of sync, out of alignment. So your heart is telling you one thing and your mind is telling you another. And when your mind and heart are not on the same page, you cannot choose yourself. You cannot choose alignment. You will not have the courage to choose what you know is in alignment for you that will open up so much abundance for you. And so what I help people do in my signature program is create a mind and body connection, in cohesion with your heart. Like I said, when your mind and heart are not on the same page, you will always choose a life that is out of alignment. You will not be able to fully choose yourself because you're going to be living from your mind, the cerebral logic of, well, I should be grateful. No, this is good. No, nothing's wrong, so I don't need to make a change. When your heart is literally whispering to you, it's like aching. There's like a knife in your heart that is telling you, no, please don't choose this. Please listen to me. But you're like, no, well, maybe this isn't right because like my mind's telling me X, Y, Z. When you know. It's raining outside. So put any questions in the chat if you have any. But what I'll share from my own experience is my life is not one where things didn't work out. You know, I've had horrible experiences. No. All the changes I made came when my life was like perfect on paper. And that's why it was harder. And I don't share this to share like, look at me. I'm here on this live for you. I'm here to be of service. I'm here to share what I wish I would have known. The partner that is 88.11% of what you want. Nothing's wrong. Everything's perfect. I should be grateful. It's a no. We both know it. The career that you make so much fucking money. It's perfect. It's a no. The city that's incredible. You have so many friends. It's all great. It's a no. The life that's all magic but you in your heart they're saying something more. It is a no. You can choose yourself. You can believe and know it's all going to work out. I was in your shoes. I have been in your shoes. Literally. And I would go in circles. Like, is this for me? I don't know. Well, I should be grateful. I was scared. I had so much fucking fear. You know, I think there's a misconception that just because you have fear doesn't mean that it's not right. And having all these thoughts in your mind of how is it all going to play out? How is it all going to work out? And your heart is whispering to you. It's screaming to you. Please listen. Please choose yourself. Like as I'm saying this, I know someone needs to hear this because my heart is speaking it out. I live in Bali now. I have so much abundance. I have everything I could have ever wanted. But it came from me jumping off the cliff before I was even ready, before I even knew what was going to happen. I literally was living on the 23rd floor in San Francisco a year ago. I packed 2 suitcases. Oh, I'm so glad you needed to hear this. Share any questions or anything on your heart. I would love to hear. I speak just from my intuition, from my heart. And so I know what I'm saying someone needs to hear. But I was living on the 23rd floor in San Francisco, and I literally packed 2 suitcases to my name and burned everything down. I had no idea what was happening. I was meant to move to Europe. I moved to Bali. I mean, it was rough. It was tough. I'm not going to even lie to you. And so when you're making decisions or choices to jump off the ledge, there will be a lot of fear. There will be anxiety-inducing panic. This past year is the first time I've actually had anxiety. I've actually had panic attacks. And so there is a huge misconception of when you choose alignment, when you choose yourself, it's going to be fine. No, it's going to be really, really hard. But if you want more abundance, if you want a life of magic, if you know you are meant for more, you've known your whole life, you need to lean into the discomfort. You need to lean into the fear. Abundance comes when you face all of you. In my Instagram live yesterday, I spoke about how I received $1 million, became a millionaire through facing my own shame. Honestly, people want to preach and sit online and just give you some bullshit like, yeah, it's all strategy. Yeah, you need to do this. You need to work hard. It's not. You don't. I'm sorry. I'm being honest. You don't. You do need to take aligned action. Consistency is important, but consistency is not rigidity. The desires in your heart are destiny. Thank you for joining. You can catch the full replay. The desires in your heart are meant to happen. It's destiny, literally. And so what you need to do is get in alignment. Your head, your heart in alignment. This is all that I teach in my signature program, because abundance is not just like a mindset. I think I want to do more series on abundance on TikTok. Maybe comment if you want that. But abundance is an energy. It's a frequency, okay? Abundance is not like, I have wealth, everything's great. Abundance is when in your mind you're like, I'm enough, I have enough. And then in your body, you feel that. So that's everything that we do in the signature program. You can DM me, Ignite, for more details. But please share any questions that you might have. I know some people have just joined, so you may want to catch the beginning of this, where I just speak truth from the heart, you know? And not everyone's ready to listen to that because they need to choose themselves. But let this live be a reminder that you already have the courage in yourself. You already know what you need to do. You already can take action. You don't have to keep living how you're living. You don't need to stay in people, places, things that don't light your soul on fire. We are meant to be fully expressed. Do you see the energy here when I'm fully expressed? Or when I'm just talking like this and I'm not really expressed and I'm just caring what people think. No. No, 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 no. You are meant to listen to your heart. You are meant to make the tiniest whisper in your heart be the loudest voice that you listen to. And the problem with society, I mean, I did this my entire life, except until a year ago. I listened to what other people wanted of me. I thought people wanted this version of me, so I became a fucking hyperachiever. I went to UC Berkeley. I got a great corporate job, made 7 figures, fucking crushed it. I was so good at what I did. Masculine, performance, achievement. I know that whole game, and I know how to play it really fucking well. But it came at the cost of my soul, of my heart, no longer wanting to do any of that. I got all of this high-rise apartment, $1 million, and I was like, I don't even fucking want any of this. Who did I build this for? What am I even doing? And then I woke up to the truth, my truth. We all have a truth that lives inside of us that's meant to be expressed. Too many people are scared of what other people think. Too many people are scared to choose themselves because they think they're going to lose like love and belonging from someone else, when really the only thing and when you belong is when you choose yourself. There's only one of you in this world, and your life and choice is going to be so much different than anyone else's. I'm just seeing what else wants to come through from my heart that I know someone needs to hear. Your body will speak and share before your mind's ready to listen. So many people wonder why they have autoimmune, why they have acne, why they have weight gain, why they have insomnia, all of these things, when they're not listening to their body. I'm reading out a question. It's easier to express yourself with a financial safety net. That $1 million grind unlocked your freedom. Being in the grind did get me to where I am today. And if I didn't do that, then I wouldn't have been able to experience what I actually wanted, which is not the grind. But I'll say the safety came before the wealth came. Because when I hit $1 million, it didn't feel like enough. So I kept chasing more and more and more and was living in scarcity. So I think there's a huge misconception that, oh, when I get wealth, I'll have freedom, or oh, this and that, when actually the wealthiest people are living in the most scarcity. I talk a lot about this in my millionaire starter pack. I think it's in my bio. It's like $100 or something, 111. And it helps rewire scarcity in the body. The freedom that you desire, the freedom that you seek, is in the choices that you avoid. It's in where you're not fully choosing yourself. Freedom is not money. Freedom is not the dream life. Freedom is not the partner. Freedom, it's an inner state. And so if you're only able to feel free when you have $1 million, that's scarcity. Because abundance is who you've always been. Abundance is who you are. It's not because you have the money you're abundant. It's you are abundant, and as a result of that, you have the money. It's be, do, have. You be abundant. You do, take action from that being, and then you have it. I'm just reading what everyone's saying. You speak truth. Thank you for being here. Truth recognizes truth. And so everything I share on here, I've learned from all the struggles that I went through, chasing money literally my entire life. Literally. Thank you for being here. If you want to join my 3-day abundance reset next week, DM me any information. But it's going to help you rewire your nervous system to access an inner state of safety, of freedom, because there is a huge misconception that when you have money, you're free. When you have money, you're safe. When you have money, you feel enough. And it's the opposite. It was the opposite for me. I got money. I felt the most empty, the most unfulfilled, the most lack. I was like, oh my God, I feel broke. I did not feel safe. I did not feel free. And so I am here to awake the world and ignite the world to the illusion that money brings you that, because it doesn't. I'm not here to say don't want money. I think every single person on this planet can have millions, is meant to be a multimillionaire, period. But that comes first from you be, you do, you have. You be abundant. And in order to be abundant, you need to fully express yourself. You need to be who you truly are. If you see my lives from the past 2 days, you're going to see my energy. I have different energy. Sometimes I'm like fucking piercing, Aries, truth. And then other times I'm much softer. But all of these versions exist. I'm not like this or that or that. And so the challenge is people keep chasing abundance outside of them. But abundance is not outside of you. All of your desires are connected to you and attached to you. Abundance is who you are, your energy. And so when you're in alignment, you literally just like become a magnet. Have like magnesium. I'm giving an analogy. You just become a magnet and things just, you attract things. And so if you want more abundance, you need to choose yourself. But you also need to allow yourself to be fully expressed. When you choose yourself, you're fully expressing yourself. So let this be a reminder for you. I'm going to say it again. I've said it 100 times on this live. The partner that's like 88.11% of what you want, nothing's wrong, everything's perfect, it's a no. The city that's perfect, but you don't know, it's a no. The life that's so much magic and so great, it's a no. You know in your heart, okay? So when you are ready to create a mind and heart cohesion that's in alignment, that's in abundance, I help you rewire this, your nervous system, your mind, subconscious. Come into my signature program. It'll change your life. It changed my life. It's the reason I became a millionaire, but not just that. I actually feel safe. I feel abundant. You know, so many times that we think we need more of things, but we actually just need to feel abundant inside of ourselves. Share any last questions on here. I will answer, and then this live will be done. I'm spraying this really beautiful jasmine, lemongrass, clear quartz, rose quartz thing my friend gave me, actually. Okay, before we close out, if you are still here, we're going to just place our hand on our heart. Take a deep inhale. A big exhale. Just connect with your heart. Connect with your body. What is it whispering to you? What does it want you to know? Maybe there's some tension in your shoulders. There's some sensations in your solar plexus. But just notice what your body's telling you. Your body always speaks before your mind. When you have tension in your body is screaming at you, fucking listen to me. Just place your hand on your heart. Just take a few more breaths. You know, when you slow down and take a moment to listen to your heart, all the noise stops and your heart then becomes the loudest voice, the loudest whisper. And your job is to make the tiny whispers in your heart the loudest voice you listen to in your life. You already have the answers. In my work, whether it's one-on-one VIP coaching or my signature program, I help you unlock these answers that are already inside of yourself. The answers that you seek are in the decisions that you avoid, are in where you don't fully choose yourself. Your body's always speaking to you. The answers are not in your mind, it's in your body. We're going to take one last deep breath together to close this out. Thank you for joining. I will see you next time. And if any of this resonated, send me a DM on what's on your heart. Share in the comments what came through for you, because chances are it's going to be wisdom that someone else was thinking but second guessed themselves. So let's all ignite and elevate the world together. I love you.